Hey everyone, Mickey here from the Dan and Mickey Show, and just to let you know, this was recorded week commencing 10th of November. I did do quite a few games on the Monday, for Monday Fun Day, as you can tell, because I did rage in one of my NHL clips in regards to this. If you look it up, it's NHL 15, anger and frustration equals rage. But anyways, as you can see here, for this game, I am using my Liga Portuguesa team with Jackson Martinez up front, Rafa and Carrillo on the wings, Quintero, Hector Herrera, and Perez in the middle of the park. Eliseo, Martins Indy, Hardell, and of course Silvio are the back four with Julio Cesar in between the sticks. It does take us a moment. It does take us a little bit more than a moment to find our first game. But apart from that, we do get into one shortly. Hopefully, maybe, yes, no, maybe. It does literally take like a minute. And here we do. Here we are. We get our first opponent, Mortimer 196 Atletico. His team has scored. His club has scored, and of course he's using the Barca home kit, which is a bad color scheme to pick, especially when I'm in the Inter black kit. For him, it's probably nice and easy to see, but on my TV, fortunately, it's not. As you can see here, he is using a hybrid team. He's got Benzema, Ribery, and Lucas as his top three, as his attacking three. In the middle of the park, he has Lacazette, Pogba, Matuidi, and his back four are Gael Clichy on the left, David Luiz, Thiago Silva as the centres, and on the right he does have Dani Alves, and in goals he's got Sirigu. And as you can see here, a bit of a tug on the shirt from my part, and he gets a free kick. Ribery behind that free kick. By right, he should be able to put it away in the back of the net. He does not, as you can see there, not testing Julio Cesar one bit at all. As you can see here, Martins Indy off to Eliseu in the dying minutes of the first half. Rafa trying to get a run in, unfortunately stopped by Matuidi, not able to get a clear shot on at all, not even challenging Sirigu. Here we have Quintero. I will say this, if you are doing a corner kick, if you do the run near post, 1.5 bars should be enough power. If you're doing crowd the keeper, 2.5 to 3 bars already, if you didn't know, should be enough to get someone behind the ball. As you can see there, Perez not able to put the ball in the back of the net, and that is the end of the first half. We do go into the second half, dominated possession 53% to his 47% from the kickoff. Rafa, unfortunately, not able to get past Pogba there, as you can see. So have to offload it to Carrillo. Carrillo back to Rafa. Unfortunately, stopped by David Luiz. And then back to Pogba. My apologies. All the voice over commentating is left me parched. Left my throat parched. Oh, bitch, that's boo. Anyways, as you can see there, Benzema to Ribery. Ribery off to Lacazette. Lacazette tackled. And of course, free kick to him. Ribery once again behind the free kick from the spot kick, 18 yards out. By right, he should be able to get this in 1.5 bars by the looks of it. Not able to. He does hit the wall. Carrillo clearing it. As you can see here, Lucas is running down the wing into the box, cuts in, tries to put it on his left boot. Unfortunately, stopped by my defense, and of course, Julio Cesar had that covered. Off, kicks it downfield. Unfortunately, doesn't go far. He goes and neither does his counter-attack. But as you can see, Rafa stopped by Dani Alves, but then back onto Rafa. Cuts in between both, my apologies, Thiago Silva and Dani Alves, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was Matuidi, onto Quintero. Quintero puts it on his right boot, and of course, we get the first goal on the 72nd minute, leading the game 1-0, and Julio Cesar running into the net like a gimp. As you can see here, Quintero on the ball, bam, 1-0. I don't watch the replays, but I thought it was the first goal of the game, so we could at least watch the first part of the replay. As you can see here, Martins into LSA. I was trying to put it to the right of Hector Herrera, but unfortunately, because when I pressed triangle, it decided to kick it out of the fucking to kick it towards the fucking touchline. And then from that, as you can see here, Benzema out muscling Martins Indy. I just couldn't stop him. Benzema just shrugged him off, and right outside foot shot to the left of Julio Cesar into the back of the net, tying the game up 1-1. And as you can see here, we are in the dying seconds of injury time. He does try to get one more attack in with Ribery. Unfortunately, I was good enough. My defense was good enough to stop. Unfortunately for him, fortunately for me, my defense was good enough to stop him. I do try to send my team upfield to try to get one more attack off. But unfortunately, Pogba able to stop it. Benzema behind the ball once again. I do run forward with Hardell, just to give him a bit of space because I know he's not going to do a long shot. He does use Benzema to try to get it back into the middle. Unfortunately, we do have it covered with Martins Indy. Jackson Martinez beating David Luiz in the air, trying to run it down himself. I did get confused as to who was next to me because, again, on my screen, the Barca home kit isn't a good kit when I've got into the black kit home kit. But as you can see, Rafa putting the ball to the right of the net. As you can see here, that was one of his goal attempts. It did rattle the bar. Wasn't much too concerned for Julio Cesar, but we did finish the game 1-1. As we get into our next game, I go back to using my La Liga team because that is the subs and reserves that I have for the Liga Portuguesa. But later on, in later few episodes, you may see me go back to the La Liga team. After this, I decided things needed to change. But I do change the La Liga formation. And as we get underway into our next game, I take on this guy, Hal Rival, whose club and team just happened to be named Fanny Schmeller. And as you can see here, he is rocking a BPL team. Lukaku and Benteke up front, Coutinho and Gerrard in the mid, Walcott and Young on the wings, Jose Enrique, Cahill, Koscielny, Kyle Walker, the pain in my neck when it comes to playing a BPL team, and Begovic in goals. If you're wondering why Kyle Walker's a pain in the neck and you don't know why, it's because he's pretty much all about that pace. And as you can see here, Walcott running down the wings, Insua pretty much getting outdone, and of course Iniesta, I think that was getting outdone, and then he just dances around, if I'm not mistaken, Mark Bartra, and of course Diego Alves not able to get a hand on it, and in the eighth minute he scores the first goal. Here we are in the 44th minute. I do give away a free kick from offside. Krychowiak onto Iniesta onto Negredo, not able to find my way around Cahill and company. Cahill shutting down Krychowiak, puts a through ball in onto Benteke, and this is the start of a very good counter-attack. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it to Lukaku. I do try to clear the ball onto Alex. Alex trying to put it forward, but Jose Enrique just happens to be there to cut off the ball. Coutinho shrugging off all the defenders, dancing around everyone, putting it on the left boot and in the back of the net, scoring the second goal of the game, and this man leads the game 2-0. As you can see here, we do go on to the second half of the game. I decide it's time for things to change. I go to one of my favorite formations, 4-2-3-1 wide, pushing Rodriguez and Alex a bit deeper on the wings, and of course turning Ava Banega into defensive mid. But as you can see here, on the 58th minute, Negredo unable to get around Gerrard and company, getting the ball to Coutinho putting it forward onto Lukaku. Lukaku, having no one stopping him, puts it on the left boot. Diego Alves not even moving, frozen to the spot, getting the third goal of the game on the 59th minute. And of course, 2 minutes left of injury time. He does try to put one more attack in. Unfortunately for him, fortunately for me, I was able to stop it until Coutinho got the ball. But then even then, Insua had it covered. And of course, if I'm not mistaken, that is the end of the game. If you enjoyed today's episode, give it a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to our channel already if you haven't. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and all that jazz. And don't forget to check out NHL clips, which are pretty much live commentated, whereas the Monday clips, for me, I just commentated over. But anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.